We're going to start in Oklahoma. So, someone sent me a video from the Friendly Atheist, who I watch from time to time. Does great job, great stuff. And the Friendly Atheist was put a very extensive video together talking about a new law in Oklahoma. Let's see, resolution number 1013. And it says, a concurrent resolution proclaiming Christ is King, recognizing the spiritual heritage of Oklahoma and directing distribution of said resolution. Now, there's a whole bunch of whereases, whereas this, whereas that, whereas my shoes are too tight, whereas the sun is shining and the rain is falling, whereas the moon sparkles and the stars twinkle. Then they get to this place where they say, okay, here's the meat of it. That Oklahoma State Legislature hereby proclaims Christ is King, recognizing the spiritual significance of this declaration to many of its citizens and honoring the role of faith in the history and culture of Oklahoma. That the Oklahoma Legislature expresses that this resolution is not intended to establish any religion or infringe upon the rights of any individual, but rather to celebrate the voluntary expression of belief that has shaped communities across the state. And that copies of this resolution be distributed to the governor of Oklahoma, to the president pro tempore of the Oklahoma State Senate, and be made available to the public as a testament to this proclamation. Now, this resolution passed. In Oklahoma, there is a supermajority for the Republican Party, so there was no real stopping it. Though, and again, check out the Friendly Atheist video on it. He goes in a very particular direction, not one that I'm going to go, but he demonstrates through the testimonies and through the questioning and through the statements made by Democratic lawmakers in Oklahoma, some of the reasons why they're really sort of passing this piece of legislature is really problematic, and all of it makes perfect sense, right? There's the whole Christian nationalist side of it. There's the whole infringing upon people's rights. There's the whole, okay, I understand that you want to celebrate what the Christian religion has done in Oklahoma, but making a declaration like Christ is King sort of takes it a step further. I get all of that stuff. I do. The problem that I have with this, and it was very similar. I think it was Idaho or Iowa who recently passed a similar bill. And listen, let's face it, Florida's they're going to have their hold my beer moment here coming soon. And Texas will probably do the same. And you'll see a bunch of these states going, oh, well, if you can do it, we can do it. Christ is King here too. But here's the thing. Before you make a declaration like that, you better know what you are talking about. You better understand that there is no, well, we're saying it, but it's only for this reason. No. You don't get to declare Christ is King as it's just a thing we say. The Bible there are passages dedicated to that kind of attitude. There's passages that are dedicated to that sort of speaks against the attitude, well, I Christ is King, and then you go and you don't live that way, or I serve God and God alone, but you don't live that way. I mean, Joshua in his speech just before he dies, he says, you all must choose your direction, but you have to choose, and choose wisely, because it matters. If you say to here today that you are going to follow God, that's the expectation. As for me and my family, we will serve the Lord, but you must choose for yourself, and do not choose lightly. Do not just say it. Jesus quotes from Isaiah, these people worship me with their lips. They say all the right things. They write all these resolutions, but they are far from my heart. Like we are not on the same page. They declare me king, but we're not vibing like we're supposed to vibe. They declare me Lord, but they don't listen to me like I'm their Lord. Like, the Bible is filled with this kind of stuff. So, folks in Oklahoma, for you and I, don't just say Jesus is Lord, because it comes with an expectation that you will live that way. And for the Oklahoma State Legislature, for them to say, well, Jesus is Lord, okay. But remember the things that Jesus has taught, right? If you love me, you're calling me Lord. So if you love me, if you truly believe that I am Lord, obey my commandment. And we're not talking the 10 commandments here. Obey my commandment. And my commandment is this, that you love one another as I have demonstrated my love for you. I.e., you should be willing to sacrifice yourselves. Sacrifice your pleasures, sacrifice your comfort, sacrifice your safety, sacrifice your wealth for the sake of your brothers and sisters. If you love me, you will obey my commandment. If you call me Lord, and if you mean it, you will obey my commandment. And my commandment is this, that you love one another as I have loved you. And I'm willing to go to the cross for you. Which means you must be willing to go to the cross. Whatever that cross may be, you must be willing to go to the cross and to give it all up for the sake of your neighbors, for the sake of your brothers and sisters. And on that note, who is your neighbor? Everybody is your neighbor. Believers? Yes. Non-believers? Yes. Citizens? Absolutely. Immigrants? Yeah. Poor? Yep. Rich? Yep. Sick? Absolutely. Prisoners? Yeah, them too. People who have done horrible things? Yep. People who do good things? Sure. Everybody is your neighbor, according to Jesus. Everybody is your neighbor, including those people that you don't even think you should touch, including those people that society tells you you shouldn't be around. Everybody is your neighbor. Right? What else? Oh, I don't know. Forgiving your brother 7 times? No. 7 times, 7 times. What else? Loving your neighbor. Loving your enemy, excuse me. Let's loving your neighbor is absolute, but loving your enemy. You should love your enemy. If you're going to declare Jesus as Lord, if the legislature of Oklahoma is going to declare Jesus as Lord, and you mean it, then you got to live like him, which means the legislature of Oklahoma needs to live like him. Loving your enemy, praying for those who persecute you, taking care of the stranger, taking care of the foreigner, taking care of the widows, the orphans, the sick, the tired, the hungry, the cold. Those who are sick, those who are dying, those who are in prison. These are all very, very easily understood commands that Jesus gives us, calls that Jesus places on our lives. For those of us who declare that Jesus is Lord, this is what's expected. It's not a trivial thing you say when you say Jesus is Lord. It is not just we're saying it to celebrate the past. No, you're saying, when you say Jesus is Lord, you are claiming that what he calls you to do matters and that you will do it. I mean, there's living a Christian life, there's a cost to it. Claiming to be a Christian, there is a cost to it. There's a cost, there's a risk. It isn't for everyone. But if you declare it, it's expected that you mean it. It's expected that you work to get yourself on his page, no matter how hard it is, no matter how long it takes to get there. But the expectation is that you are moving in that direction. It isn't just something you say to pander to your base. It isn't just something you say because you have no sweet clue what you're doing when it comes to legislating a state or a country. It isn't just something you say in order to make people go, oh, shucks, that's great. They declared Jesus as Lord. No. It isn't something we say lightly. It's something that when we say it, we're supposed to mean it. Remember, it's one of the most I think it's in the Gospel of John towards the end. Peter, who denied Jesus 3 times when asked, did you know this guy? And he says, no, I didn't know him. 3 times. And Jesus said, you're going to do this 3 times before the cock crows. And Peter's gutted. right? He's absolutely gutted by his betrayal. He's torn up by it. And so Jesus, in the Gospel of John, we find that Jesus takes him aside and he says to him, Peter, do you love me? Do you love me? Do you really believe that I am the Lord of your life? Now, this is me paraphrasing, but I'm taking this word love and I'm expanding upon it. Do you love me? Yeah. Do you really believe that I am the Lord of your life? Yeah. Would you really follow me anywhere? Absolutely. Am I the king? Do you serve me? Do you serve me gladly with a grateful heart? Yes, Lord, you know that I do. Feed my sheep. He says this. He asks him this 3 times, and Peter gets increasingly agitated each time. And every time, feed my sheep, take care of my sheep, feed my sheep. If we declare Jesus as Lord, the expectation is we will take care of God's creatures. We will take care of everyone within our sphere of influence. If a legislature, if a governing body says we believe that Jesus is Lord, listen, again, I understand all the risks behind it with Christian nationalism and all that stuff. But if you say it, the call, therefore, on your life as a governing body, regardless of somebody's status, regardless of how legally, whether somebody is legally in your state or not, regardless of how much they can make in a political contribution, regardless of their education or their health, regardless of the amount of money in their bank account, regardless of their color, regardless of their nation of origin, their religion, their language, all people are created in the image of God. Feed them. There should be nobody hungry in Oklahoma. There should be nobody without housing in Oklahoma. There should be nobody with want, with need in Oklahoma. Justice should reign supreme in Oklahoma. And I don't mean Old West justice. I mean true, godly justice, where equity, mercy is rampant. This is who we're supposed to be. This is how we're supposed to live when we declare Jesus as our Lord. It's a huge statement. Every Sunday in church we say it. We say it over and over and over again. It is a huge statement. Do not ever take it lightly, because it means a lot. And if we say it, God expects us to try to live that way, to earnestly try to live that way. Amen.